In order to feed the world's population, it would require the landmass equal to South America. It's estimated in the next 40 years, an additional 3 billion people will inhabit the Earth. The amount of land to feed that many people just doesn't exist. So the potential solution to this dilemma is vertical farming. The internet has all sorts of illustrations depicting grand vertical farming ideas, many of which would prove to be wildly expensive. It's more science fiction and utopia dreaming than anything. So how does one convert science fiction into science fact?
Well, I'm a product of corporate burnout and decided that I would move back from the East Coast to Colorado. This is my state that I love. And came across an organization called Veterans to Farmers and wound up serving on their board and meeting a young farmer who's no longer in the business, but he, I have to say, inspired me through this technology and through his vision as well to bring hyper local food into our urban and suburban settings,
right.
To do it sustainably and efficiently and so on. And it's one thing to have that ideological inspiration, but it's another thing to kind of study the business side of it and say, can I make this work as a business?
Right.
And so I took a couple of years to study and look at the market and where things were trending globally and nationally, and said, I think I can make this work.
No, I was a drone mechanic in the active Army for about 6 years, and I'm currently in the National Guard here in Colorado still. And ironically, I was a cook prior to joining the Army, when did my drone work and then came back out and cooked for a little while, but also reclassed as a cook in the National Guard, so I find myself coming full circle here.
Margins in the restaurant business are thin. Margins in the farming business are thin as well, and grocery too. So it is important that we have the relationships because, and that we are consistent in delivering high quality product and so on. But we came into this thinking, I'm taking this as a learning experience. I came into this thinking we're going to do live en route lettuces, largely, right? And we're going to maybe do some flowers here and there, maybe some basil, things like that. Live en route's the way to go. But as Brian indicated, those conversations with chefs and led us to another direction.
The lettuces right now, probably the name of the game for us is the ability to flex.
Right.
So we grow 26 different products, but the thing is that we're not always, because of the limitations of our size, going to be able to supply those products just straight across. We're trying to get there, but limited by production size and capability, we have to be creative.
Right.
We've got about 6 volunteers coming in today, and they're helping us with transplanting and seeding and some plant care. And it's not just, volunteer corps, great free labor. That's not what this is. This is a chance to educate and involve the community in what's going on up here. And we have, college students to retarees that come in. We have master gardeners who need to get their gardening fixed in the middle of the winter in here that really, and we learn from them as well.
Companies like ours, we're moving towards a zero waste.
And so I think we'll see these trends on a global scale, but we will have to, from a climate change perspective, if we want to have this type of produce in our lives, in city centers in particular, we're going to have to grow vertically and indoors. We're going to have to grow indoors.